The 2024 China International Fair for Trade and Service will kick off tomorrow here in Beijing. So this afternoon, the organizing committee has organized a tour for the media group. So we would like to take this opportunity to show all of you what we could find in this major principal show of this Golden Autumn. So right now we are in the principal hall of the fair in the China National Convention Center here in Beijing. So in the whole area, we could find different kinds of these kind of interactive screens. Like here, if you touch the screen, you could have some of the items. Then you could select one of the item, and it could give us some of the international details. And right now we will go directly to have a tour of this show. So because this time the major theme of this trade fair is the global service and shared prosperity. And just now I was told this afternoon, for this event, there are more than 73 international media from the Western countries has registered to be the journalists. So in this convention center, we also could have this kind of media guide for our international media colleagues. So on the second floor of this convention, and we could find a media center, and in there they could provide different kind of the television and broadcast services, like they could offer the public signals and the live stand-ups, and also the 24 hours internet streaming. And right now in this principal hall, we could find a lot of high-tech elements. For example, here in this area, we could find a lot of robots, and some of my media colleagues are doing some interaction with the robot. For example, this one, it could work steadily, directly. But let us ask if they could move forward. 它可以往前走吗? So we just now asked them to show us how they could work directly to us. 它可以走得更快吗? And so right now we could saw this robot could move steadily, and it could also make a faster speed. It's very interesting.
It can also say hi to the audience.
Oh, really? And I was told that he could say hello to the audience. So 你可以给我展示一下他跟大家打招呼吗? So let's see how the robot say hello to the audience. It's very interesting. And we could see his touch is very, very strong. So right now we are passing some of the countries and regions exhibition area. And because this year we have invited more than 85 international organizations and countries to participate this event. And 13 of them is the first time for them to set up the offline stands. So this year the French is the major guest. So today we would like to invite our guest. Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you.
So would you mind to say hello to our audience?
Hello everyone, and I am Lu Fei from Beijing International Trade and Service Center.
So is it your first time to be organized this kind of event, or has been participating in this event for several years?
Actually, I have been in this event for more than 10 years.
More than 10 years?
More than 10 years.
So what's your impression about this event? And how about the scale? It has been expanded during the last several years?
Yes, I think in 2012, when the Beijing Fair, the first time the fair was organized, there was just about 10 countries to set pavilions or organize meetings. But this year in 2024 CIFTIS, already we have 85 countries and international organizations to organize related activities, including pavilions, seminars, and forums, and so on.
So during this 4 days event, we are not just have this kind of exhibition, but also have some relevant forums and summit, and also the negotiations between the international companies.
Yeah.
And how many, for example, the international companies participate this time?
Actually, here this is the exhibition area for countries and international organizations. And here in this area, we have more than 100 enterprises to participate. 100. Yeah, and we have here we have 26 countries and 6 international organizations to set up pavilions here.
So right now we are in front of the French pavilion.
Yeah.
So what's the major feature of?
Actually, this one, France will be this year's guest country of honor, and this guest country of honor thing was announced last, I think, in April, when Macron and President Xi Jinping met each other, and when they met the journalists, they announced that France will be the guest country of honor for the 2024 CIFTIS. And actually, this is the first time that France set up a pavilion on site physically. Yeah.
So in here we can also see some of the elements from the Olympic Games.
Yeah, and for tomorrow, for the first day of the CIFTIS, and we will also have the torch from the Paris Olympics, and here we can also see some.
So actually, right now the pavilion is closed, and it will officially launched tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it will be launched tomorrow at 12. At noon. At noon.
So look at here. So we have an agenda for the French pavilion.
Yes, you can see basically
so
every day.
They will have a launching ceremony.
Yeah.
And also, what kind of other activities they were organized?
Actually, they have organized several, actually 10 enterprises and organizations, and covering various range of different industries. For example, the L'Oreal, and for example, it's something like the consumption, and
so
also
shall we go forward?
Sure. Yes, and we have also Schneider Electronic.
So here in this area, we could see some international enterprises from French.
Yes, we have 4 big enterprises from enterprises to set up
the
here.
Museums.
Yeah. And here we have the L'Oreal, Cartier, Schneider, and GL Event. All of them are big enterprises from France. And also they participate in the Chinese market deeply, especially, for example, the GL Event. They are also experienced. They are also an experienced organizer for the events in China, basically.
So, for example, we are divided those pavilions according to the continent.
Yes, and here we can see this is the main. You could think it as the main street of CIFTIS, and in the main street you could say African countries, European countries, Asian countries, and Australian countries. And when mentioning about Australian countries, we will have also. Another guest country of honor for tomorrow. So for the next year's CIFTIS, we will have Australia to be the.
Australia could be the next year's guest holder of this event.
Yeah, as guest country, Australia will be the next one. In 2025, it will be the guest country of honor, and actually they have already participated deeply in this year. They have organized more than 20.
This whole area is from the European countries.
Yeah, this is, for example, Norway. Yeah, and they are exhibiting something related to the cross-border e-commerce services, so that they could expand their services, expand their business through this way.
So e-commerce or cross-border e-commerce is the major character from the Norway.
Yeah.
So maybe we could have some words with them.
Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon. How are you? So because just now we were introduced that Norway is emphasized the cross-border e-commerce platform and cooperation between China. So would you mind to introduce us something about that?
Yeah, actually, we participated CIFTIS since 2018. And after that, we made the cross-border e-commerce as a main sector to bring the new Norwegian brands. Actually, the cross-border e-commerce is a very strong and a privileged policy for the Norwegian brands to get into the Chinese consumer market. And this year, we have 6 companies from different health supplementary products as well as lifestyle products. So they are very eager to be in this platform and also engage with some new potential business partners.
And how do you think this kind of international event could help Norway to penetrate the Chinese market?
Yeah, I think first of all, this is one of the biggest platforms in China. And the most Chinese consumers, they will come to this trade fair. And also the companies, they are using live streaming and some new emerging technologies to bring their product into the normal end users. So we believe this can help some new brands to come into China and also for some companies who are already in Chinese market to increase their image.
And for example, this time, how many brands or how many companies of Norway has participated in this event?
For this delegation, we have 7 companies. They covered from the health supplementary products, lifestyle, digital solutions, and also this is the first year we bring in the art companies. So you can see they have an art product. It's just unpacking right now. They are using some...
so we are getting ready for the official launch tomorrow.
Of course. And they are using the environmental friendly materials to make it from some recycled material into some art piece.
And usually, what's their general comments about the Chinese market or the environment of the investment of China in recent years?
Under the current situation, of course, the global economy is not as good as people expected. But still, China is one of the largest consumer market. And also, Chinese government give a lot of new policies in order to support and to be even more openness to foreign companies. So they are still very confident to be in the market and also explore the new business opportunities.
Thank you so much. So actually, recently in these recent years, we have emphasized deepening the opening up policies. Yeah. So as Beijing, we have made some efforts to draw more investment, international investments. Mm-hmm. Could you explain us some of the work we have done in this area?
Actually, we have also, here we have 26 countries to set up exhibitions, but moreover, we also organize them to visit the trade zones in Beijing and also to help them to get into the trade matching with the enterprises in Beijing. And we have done this since last year, and this year we have already made a further step. We gathered some projects before the fair, and so that we could help them to organize related audience to be there during the fair duration.
And especially for those international exhibitors, what's the major expectation for them about this international trade fair?
I think the basic one is to new partners, and they hope to gather more contact information from various fields of industries. CIFTIS is a comprehensive fair. It covers, for example, education and finance, tourism, basically 12 sectors of trading services.
So as we mentioned about education, so we know during this event we also have a special exhibition about education, and especially for Australia.
Yeah.
We are the major cooperator in education service.
Yeah. Australia is actually really famous for its education service and tourism services. And here we can see it organized, I think, 20 enterprise and organizations here. And here are some famous ones, for example, like the Adelaide University, the Australian National University, And actually, CP Australia is also, you could also understand as an education agency, although it is also covering the business and accounting services. And I think here you can see Australia also set up a pavilion with various kinds of services, including the communication services, transportation services, and green economy, and so on. Energy services, yes.
So I think this is a huge delegation.
This
from
is a huge
Australia.
yeah.
So correct think because they are, very emphasize the importance of the Chinese market.
Yeah, actually Australia has made a 2-year plan for participating in CIFTIS. And this year it has already organized more than 20 enterprises and organizations here, and we are expecting them to be to have more participation next year because it will be the guest country of honor for the 2025 CIFTIS.
So like here, is it an international organization pavilion?
Yes, it
because
is. You could say the name World Trade Federation. Yeah, and I think they have already showcased the same is the World Geographic Indication brand display.
Because we saw some of the exhibitors are still display those products.
Yeah. And I think they are all the GI brand products. Yeah.
Geographic
Indication
brand display. Yeah. So that means some of our Chinese province could bring some of their typical products.
Yeah, it's under the international organization, but they could also showcase something related to the geographic indication brands.
So especially about agricultural products.
Yes, it's a part of it.
Okay. So for the last question we would like to ask is about during this event, is there any opportunities for some of the companies to reach some of the agreement or to publish some of the positive productivity of this event?
I think so because most of the countries actually they do preparations before the fair. They send us related the list of the enterprises and projects, and we also help them to get into connection with related to Chinese counterparts. And I think during the fair duration, some agreements will be signed, especially in the, for example, the Pavilion of Australia and so on.
Because I have noticed on the day after tomorrow there will be a forum. It's about low altitude economy. So would you mind to recommend some to our audience what's the spotlights of this 4 days event?
For this event, I think actually CIFTIS has more than 100 meeting activities, and for me, I recommend all the meeting activities because there are different fields and people may focus on different area. They may have their preferences. Yeah.
So, actually, according to the agenda during the 4 days events, there are more than 80% of the companies and the scholars and experts who were participating in this event were organized at different levels of the forums and discussion panels. So some of the visitors, they could also register through the website of our web. And then we sincerely hope to meet you at the event. And also from tomorrow, we will bring you some of the more interesting, interactive with the exhibitors, because right now they are still prepared for the last minute of the official launch of the event.